Good morning friends, welcome to my YouTube channel of Astrologer Anil Aggarwala. Today we will be talking about the total solar eclipse on the 14th of December 2020. It is taking place at 19:03:55 hours as per Delhi IST time. So friends, and the Lagna rising, you see this is the start of the eclipse. So I'm taking, first of all I had taken the new moon chart as per the eclipse, and I have given the prediction for that. Now I'm taking when the start of the eclipse is taking place. So that is also very important. The Gemini sign is rising, and Gemini sign is rising, and the eclipse is taking place in the 6th house. The Lagna Lord is placed in the 6th house. It is precarious, and the 7th Lord, who is the Marak, Vadakesh, and has Kendra Adhipati Dosh, is placed in the 8th house with the 8th Lord. And as far as the dual Lagnas are concerned, when the 7th Lord, especially Jupiter, it has the maximum dosha, Kendra Adhipati Dosha. And since it is in debilitation, and then it is also in planetary war, and then in the 8th house, it is most precarious condition. It works as a first class marak. It works as a first class marak, and because he is Markesh, he is Marak, he is Vadak, and he is also has Kendra Adhipati Dosh. Now his Vadakesh significations are reduced because he is debilitated, and but by and large Jupiter is not placed well, and then the eclipse is taking place in the the 6th house. The Lagna Lord is in the 6th house. Let me read it out. The eclipse of the 14th December 2020 would be total solar eclipse of magnitude of 1.02, which means that the moment of greatest eclipse, the sun would be completely hidden by the shadow of the moon. The largest duration of totally would be 2 minutes and 10 seconds, although the eclipse is taking place for 5 hours and 2 minutes. The total eclipse. The total solar eclipse would be observed in Chile, Argentina, South Atlantic Ocean, and South Pacific Ocean. Then a few cities in Chile, Argentina, where the solar eclipse would be visible. The partial solar eclipse would be visible in Pacific Ocean, Antarctica, in South America. Some of the well-known cities from the partial solar eclipse are visible in Chile and Sao Paulo, and Brazil, Argentina, Peru, Paraguay. So solar eclipse the last solar eclipse is the Surya Grahan of 2020 will be on the 14th December. It will start at 7:03 p.m. and end at 9:43 p.m. It will not be visible from India, but as per my experience, some effects will be felt of the planetary war, Saturn, Jupiter, and the planetary war between Saturn and Jupiter, Rahu adverse, and the eclipse to some extent, especially for Delhi, since Scorpio sign is the ascendant for the Delhi natal chart. The time I have given, you can read it there. Now I read it. The Panchang of the day. The day is Monday, and the Lord is Moon, placed in the 6th house in debilitation, and in the Yama of the sign Virgo, the 4th house of the chart, and the Yama Lord Mercury is totally eclipsed by Ketu degree wise in the 6th house. Mercury is also the 6th house of the natural zodiac, and affliction to it is not good for virus and other things. Mercury is also the Lagna Lord and is deeply combust and placed in the 4th house. It is placed with 4 more planets are Sirius, parameters in this eclipse chart, more so in the Navamsha. Also, Mercury with Ketu, Mars, Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius. The ninth house of the Rashi chart shows the concern of the religious fundamentalism, because the eclipse is taking place, and in the sixth house, and all those planets have gone in the sign Aquarius, which is the ninth house of the Rashi chart as per Rashi Tula Namamsha. If I may recall, at the time of the solar eclipse of the 26th December 2019, Mercury, the sixth lord of the natural zodiac, was also with Ketu in the sign Sagittarius. This parameter is most enigmatic for the complete world, for the virus and diseases spread. There could be even the coronavirus could have spikes, or a new virus can also take place, because the eclipse is taking place in the nakshatra of Jyestha, which is also a Adhumukh nakshatra and not considered good, because it is at the junction of the watery and fiery signs. And the eclipse is taking place, in the full eclipse is taking place at 29 degrees, where luminaries are in Gandanta. Mars, the sixth lord, aspects the Lagna by the fourth aspect, and Jupiter and Saturn in the eighth house. Lagna in the star of Jupiter and Jupiter in the eighth house with Saturn, the eighth lord, are parameters which show deep concern for the prevailing health and prosperity of the globe. Jupiter in the chart is Marak, Vadak and has Kedaradipa Dosh, is most precarious condition together with Saturn, the eighth lord. But Jupiter in planetary war wins here, and as Vadakesh, because Jupiter is of a lower degree. Any planet which is of within 1 degree of lower degree, he wins. On the 21st, now Jupiter is winning. On the 21st, Saturn is of a lower degree and Jupiter is a high degree. So Jupiter loses up on the 21st. So some person had commented, so I want to explain it here. Sixth, Mars is the sixth lord, aspects the Lagna by the fourth aspect, and Jupiter and Saturn in the ninth house. Lagna in the star of Jupiter and Jupiter in the eighth house with Saturn, the eighth lord, are parameters which show deep concern for prevailing health and the prosperity of the globe. Jupiter in the chart is Marak, Vadakesh and Kendra Adipati Dosh, is in most precarious condition together with Saturn in the eighth lord. But Jupiter in planetary war wins, and as a Vadakesh debilitates, gets some grace, but also afflicted in the Navamsha, clearly indicates Jupiter is losing its shine. In animals, Jupiter can be compared with an elephant. The elephant, when goes mad, has the capacity to ruin the jungle. Similarly, the Jupiter in affliction has the power to ruin everything connected to its significations. But as Vadakesh debilitated is surely a saving grace. The Karna Lord is Naga, the Lord Mahesh and the Lord of the seventh house. Jupiter in affliction is not good for Karya Siddhi, and as per this eclipse, the Karna Lord is not good. It is a malefic, so things will not materialize properly and the Karya Siddhi will not take place. Any Karya Siddhi after 14th, it's very difficult for a Karya Siddhi to take place completely and in a conducive way. The Yoga is Shulam, the Lord is again Jupiter, and inauspicious and debilitated and placed in the 8th house with the 8th Lord, shows the chronicity for the diseases and things. All the above shows the world is still not out of the problems of the virus and the prosperity in the immediate future. After the eclipse, there is planetary war between Saturn and Jupiter again on the 21st December and within 7 days of the solar eclipse. And as per Matsya Purana, the classic for omens, is most enigmatic for destruction, earthquakes, wars, diseases, famine. But if there is rain within before the planetary war takes place between Saturn and Jupiter, then there is a relief to some extent from the above. Let us hope we get a rain between 14th to 21st, since there is solar eclipse after the lunar eclipse on the 30th, lunar eclipse on the 30th November and solar eclipse on the new moon day. Rulers and people suffer at the hands of the soldiers. The relief may only come after Mars goes in the sign Aries, from the 24th December to 21st February 2020 to some extent, but Jupiter is losing its complete sign because it is in planetary war. So till Jupiter goes in the next sign, there will be no relief. Jupiter will is a Jiva planet and very weak. But Jupiter losing strength in the planetary war on the 21st may be most enigmatic and venomous till Jupiter leaves the sign Capricorn on the 5th April 2021. The planetary war may bring to book the Rakshak who have become Bhakshak. The farmers' agitation may take an ugly turn since Rahu is also adverse for 28 days in the month. And have a look at the chart below. I have given a chart when Rahu is stationary, when Rahu is forward. Rahu is normally in a retrograde motion, but from December 1st to 10th of December, it is in a forward motion, then it is stationary till 17th, then again till 30th, he is in forward motion. Again, he becomes retrograde direct on the 8th of January. So we are not talking of January, but this continues twice or thrice in a month. Rahu goes direct because whenever he comes closest to sun or moon, then he becomes direct. And because he is inimical to sun and moon, we know because what is the reason for that. Also have a look at the Rashi Sangata Chakra, where Mars gives Veda to 5 planets and 5 planets give Veda to Mars in the solar ingress. I have given the chart. 2 states in India may be brought under president rule, as can be seen from the present planetary position, especially the West Bengal and Maharashtra. Wait and see. Delhi has Scorpio Lagna, and hence Delhi will be influenced also, especially till Venus is afflicted in the Scorpio sign till the 3rd January 2021. Venus is the Lagna lord of the foundation chart of India, and it has been observed, and I have been writing so many articles, that whenever Venus is afflicted, it is a time of turmoil, especially political turmoil, tug of war between the opposition and the ruling government. And we have seen already the farmers' agitation is intensifying the stir, and I don't hope any early solution can be early solution can come. The only hope is that when sun goes in the sign Sagittarius on that particular day, on 15th or 16th, there may be some compromise, but I don't expect that compromise will be as per the expectations of the farmers. Now read my other articles, and then Delhi will be under the shadow of the agitation and strikes, and can be seen from the Venus affliction, the Lagna Lord of the India Foundation chart. In this connection, lunation chart of the 12th February 2021 is worse since then the planetary war between Jupiter and Venus lose in planetary war, and as per mundane classic Mule Chitram, it is bloodshed. So friends, this for the coming 4-5 months, it is not good. Only those people who perform good karmas, they will get good results. All those people who find shortcuts and try to hide things or try to manipulate things, they will be brought to book. The Rakshak who have become Bhakshak will be brought to book. You wait and see. You will see it for yourself. I don't want to name, but there are 2 states. The probability of the 2 states which come under the present rule is Maharashtra and Bengal. So, though friends, this is not my personal reading. This is just as per astrology, and let us wait and see what are the results of this eclipse, and wish you best of luck, and thank you for listening to me. Bye bye.